I was noticing in the State of Streaming report in the earlier session that the costs of a streaming service, they didn't include a category for demand generation or marketing of your service. So how much do you have to do that? How do you have to spend, and what are the things that you found that work for generating demand or customer acquisition? What are some of the things there?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Whenever we do one of our original productions, we're usually allocating like dollar for dollar for the actual production into marketing that production. So we view those two things as essential because we believe that you're not just going to have viewers because you have some content. In terms of then the actual marketing itself, we got our start with YouTube influencers, and that's a really effective way to shortcut that sales conversations, that marketing conversation, because when you do a Facebook ad or a pay-per-click ad, you need to tell them what you do and why they should listen to you. You have to do that at the same time. But when you work with an influencer, a good influencer, I should say. It's kind of like gambling. No, you never know. But when you actually have that influencer who hits well, they bring that why. They bring the credibility to the brand immediately. So all you need to talk about, or the influencer needs to talk about, is what it's about and what kind of documentaries they're going to find really appealing. And that kind of shortcut originally was how we had our first phase of really explosive growth. Now, it's about taking all of those things that we've learned about our positioning, our marketing, the data that we have around usage, the interviews, the surveys, as you can tell, we're kind of a data guy. It's now trying to say, okay, how can we come off of the influencer roulette table and repeat some of this messaging in our more online advertising on Facebook and on Google and those more traditional digital ads, I guess. But again, staying specific to the kinds of users we're looking for, but to your point too, making sure that the product itself is everywhere. And that's actually a big part of our revenue generation, is the fact that we are really aggressive with securing new fast positions, with not only kind of primary SVOD releases, but we actually have a pretty short exclusive window for that a lot of times, unless it's like a really high marquee value film. But we'll immediately start syndicating that out to different AVOD platforms. So really pushing that content out and making sure that that the users you talk to can easily find you anywhere. But yeah, we tend to be very specific about who we talk to.
And then, Christina, on all your users, they're not subscribers, they're viewers, right?
That's right.
But you still have to make them aware you exist.
Oh, certainly.
So how do you do that?
Customer acquisition, we actually have a fully dedicated team to customer acquisition. And they pull data, they work with our partners. There's a lot of partnership marketing that we work with. So our biggest set of inventory, or where our most views are on FAST channels. And a lot of times these FAST channels, they handle a lot of the marketing and promotions. So we work hand in hand with these partners of ours to make sure that our consumers are understanding what's the next content that's coming up next month, what's coming out in the fall. So these are things that we work very closely with our marketing partners over on the distribution ends. And on top of that, we also make sure that our content is relevant for each of these different platforms. What we're working towards actually is developing curated experiences by platform. And it's, for example, we have the Roku channel, and we have Samsung TV Plus. Each of these channels have different audiences associated with them. And so one of the things that we're working towards is maybe creating a curated experience for the Roku channel, a curated experience for Samsung TV Plus, just so that we are able to really capture our audiences and keep it sticky and engaging. Because at the end of the day, Estrella is founded on fandom. Our biggest viewers are huge fans of ours. Our Tango Talento, I can't say enough, we're on the 27th season. That's a lot. That's a very long-running show. And it's because people keep coming back to watch the show because they're very dedicated and obsessed with our content. So we want to make it very readily available for them on a curated experience by platform.